All right, guys, this is lesson 6 in the volume unit, which is on cones and square pyramids. There's, again, a couple formulas I'd like you to change. In class, we'll talk a little more detail about why these formulas are changing or how they are the same, how we know they're the same. But for cones and for square pyramids, I want you to change this surface area formula. There's no square pyramid specifically, but it's just any polygonal pyramid, I guess. So the pyramid formula you're going to change, okay? So the first one for cones, I want you to change the surface area for cones into r squared plus r times L times pi. L is slant height, okay? L is slant height. We'll go over that again. And then for volume, I want you to change the volume of a cone formula to 1/3 r squared times h times pi. You could also rewrite this as r squared h divided by 3 times pi. And then the surface area for the pyramids, I want you to change that formula to 0.5 p for perimeter times L plus A. Again, L is slant height. That's like this right here is L, slant height. And then I want you to change the volume formula to simply BH divided by 3. Base times height, area of the base times the height divided by 3. All right. Oops, close that bracket. So our first example is a cone, and they told us that the radius is 8 inches, the slant height, which this is our lowercase cursive L. They do that because otherwise it looks like a 1. It could potentially look like a 1. They want us to find the height. So what we know is that the radius, so from the center to the edge, is 8. And then the slant height, which is like the hypotenuse, is 12. They want us to find the height. So they want us to find this, h. Well, we're looking for h. We know this is 12 and this is 8. This is a 90-degree angle. So we can use the Pythagorean theorem. H squared plus 8 squared equals 12 squared. H squared plus 64 equals 144. Subtract 144 on each side, you get 64 on each side, you get h squared equals 80. And when you square root both, you get that h is about 8.94 inches, because that's what our units are here. Okay, so that's our height. Next, we need to find the surface area. And again, we changed the formula for the surface area of a cone to be r squared plus r times the slant height, all times pi. So for us, that's going to look like 8 squared plus 8 times 12, all times pi. So we got 8 squared plus 8 times 12 is 160 pi. I'm just going to see what 160 pi is. About 502.65. 160 pi inches squared. So it's 160 pi inches squared, which in reality is like 502 square inches. And then the last part is volume. So to calculate the volume, we decided to change the formula to 1/3 r squared times h times pi. So for us, that would be 1/3 times r squared. R is 8 times the height is 8.94, and then pi on the end. So we need to type in 1/3 times 8 squared times 8.94. And we get 190.72 pi inches cubed. And then if we actually take that times pi, we'll see that that's actually about 599.16 cubic inches. All right. The next one, and I believe this is the last one. Nope, two more, just kidding. So the next one is if we have a square pyramid. So for this one, they told us that S is 14. So S being 14 means the side is 14. So this is 14. Then they told us the slant height is 18. The slant height is 18, that's this one, which is going to be your hypotenuse, 18. And we need to find this value right here. Now this is from the middle to the edge, which we used to call A, the apothem. Well, the apothem, if the full distance is 14, halfway would be 7 then. Okay, we did 14 divided by 2. So our apothem is 7. Now, I can put it in this gap right here. We did 14 divided by 2 equals 7. I'll erase it here so it's not so messy. All right. Then we need to find our height. So we have our triangle set up, and we have 2 out of 3 sides. So to find the height, we can do 7 squared plus h squared equals 18 squared. And if we do that, 18 squared is 324. 7 squared is 49. 275. So we've got 49 plus h squared equals 324. H squared is 275, square root, and you get about 16.58 units. Let's call these centimeters. Perimeter means the perimeter of the base. So if we know that one side is 14, we can do plus 14 plus 14 plus 14 because there are 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, or you could do 4 times 14, which is 56 centimeters. Then the area of the base, what we do there is we take base times height, or 14 times 14, which is 196 centimeters squared because it's area. And then we have surface area. So our surface area formula is 0.5 p times the slant height plus the apothem. So we got 0.5 times p is 56 times the slant height is 18 plus the apothem is 7. So we got half of 56 times 18 plus 7. You can simplify it if you want before typing it in, but you don't have to. So we've got 700 centimeters squared. And then last is the volume. So volume, what we're going to do is base times height divided by 3. Area of the base times the height divided by 3. So for us, the area of the base was 196. The height was right here, 16.58, divided by 3. And we get 1,083.23 centimeters cubed. Oh, sorry, you guys. I should have put our 14s here. Here's the base. That's how we found this perimeter and this base, is this little sliced off square from the base. I apologize. All right.